I think you, Dustin, messaged me when I put that post up about the West Riverwalk, and you're like, I hope it includes living shorelines. And I said, oh, it's in the plan.
Yeah.
The problem with the plans is they put this like sexy thing out there with a big price tag, and then it gets whittled down with politics.
Yeah.
But I think if you have an opportunity to totally renovate, redevelop like 6 miles along a coastline with this whole conversation in context, right, of how sensitive our natural environment is, that almost should be a requirement.
Absolutely.
Like you have to take that into account moving forward. You can't just build a concrete wall up along the
Right. And this
the
Hillsborough River is basically the crown jewel of
Totally.
of downtown, right?
Right.
So why aren't we doing our best to make it the cleanest river it's ever been? The most, because after like we get big rains, and I'm sad to say, like I'll take trips. I'm a boat club member at Cruisacade next to Armature Works. And I won't, if after a big rain, I won't even take clients out because there's so much trash in the river. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And why are we treating our river like that?
No.
Like-
And what's special about visiting a city, visiting a new place, whether you're coming from the Midwest or internationally, you want to see these natural areas and natural environments that you don't have back home.
Yeah.
Do you know how many, like every time I walk in the Armature Works area on that side of the Riverwalk, hundreds of people like looking in the water for a
Right.
manatee, appreciating the turtles. It's really cool to see.
When I take people out of the river and we go through downtown, they're like, this is where you launch your boat, like the middle of downtown. Like it's normal for me, right? But for people that are from wherever, they're like, you idle through the middle of downtown to go to where you're fishing? That's such a abnormality. Not
Right.
normal for anywhere else. And they're just blown away. They think it's so cool. And it is cool. It's awesome. But we also have to treat our river with respect and clean it and keep it healthy.
And, you know, we've talked about some of the problems and the pollution in Hillsborough River, and look how large this section is. We have the opportunity to redevelop into a really thoughtful way, basically from, you know, Platt Street all the way up to the past the
That's
Boulevard
Columbus.
Bridge. So you're talking about a few miles of river. So listen to this, right? This West River project is a little bit controversial with a couple people in Tampa politics, a couple people on council are against it because they're calling it a vanity project. Why are we spending so much money when we need to fix roads, et cetera, right? That whole conversation. We talked earlier about how selling ideas and getting people on board is such a big part of this. This conversation about a living shoreline, the reasons why this is important, would help sell this project and move it forward.
So is that the living shoreline?
So apparently that's it.
Is that
right?
Blake? Where's that?
That is Blake High School. So that's literally across from Armature
See,
Works.
that would be awesome.
That would be
be
awesome.
incredible. I wish we would do it all the way up and down, but I'll take whatever we can get because, like I said earlier, it's going to prevent erosion as well over time. Like that's what those trees do, and they
So-
create habitat.
Floating wetlands, seawall tiles, a living dock, living shoreline, native plants, multi-use path, lookouts, seating, educational signage. This is like y'all's dream. I
Yeah,
mean,
like City of Tampa, if you're listening to this, that you get rid of any part of this, please don't let it be this part. Like even make it longer if you can.
critical.
That's awesome.
Critical to the health of the river, but also when people come to Florida, they have a certain expectation. You kind of talked about that, Dustin, where, you know, when they go out and it's not the way they imagine it in their head, it's a negative impression for them. And you know, how easy would it be to create something like this and people come here and, hey, maybe the weather's bad, but let's, I don't know, figure out a way to find time to go for a walk or something like that. And you get to experience it right here downtown. It's
Right.
like the coolest thing ever in my head. Look at that living shoreline. So they would actually extend it. What would that be? 30 feet. You'd have 12 feet of a path, like a sidewalk. Wow. So you'd actually grow the shoreline out, make it larger.
I like that.
It's fantastic. Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.